Mary, the humble handmaid of God, stands as a profound example for all who seek to live a life of faith, love, and trust. With her simple, courageous yes, she opened the door for salvation to enter our world. From that singular world-altering ascent, an endless stream of hope, grace, and redemption flowed to all humanity. To contemplate Mary is to gaze upon a heart strong in her faith, overflowing with love, and totally surrendered to the divine will. In every moment of her life, Mary's faith was unwavering, through uncertainty, in joy, in sorrow, and even beneath the shadow of the cross, she remained steadfast in her trust. Her example invites us to look beyond the noise and distractions of our everyday lives and find refuge in a faith that endures, a hope that perseveres, and a love that binds us more closely to God and to one another. To live faithfully in a noisy, fast-moving world is not an easy task. The pressures of modern life, the constant barrage of opinions and choices, and the temptation to follow the crowd can make staying true to one's beliefs a daily challenge. Yet Mary herself walked a path not so different from ours. She faced a world both complicated and uncertain, filled with unpredictable events, fears, and questions. But in every season of her life, from her simple beginnings in Nazareth to the astonishing message of the angel, from her journey to Bethlehem to her sorrow at Calvary, Mary remained humble, courageous, and loving. She did not seek attention or power. She lived quietly yet powerfully, letting her yes echo through her every action. Mary teaches us what it means to be truly humble. Her humility was not weakness, but strength. She knew her place before God and accepted it with dignity. She rejoiced not in her own accomplishments, but in what God had done for her and through her. She reminds us that true greatness is found not in fame, wealth, or accomplishment, but in the willingness to serve and to let God's purpose unfold in our lives. In a world obsessed with self-promotion and recognition, Mary's life invites us to embrace the quiet heroism of faithfulness, serving others, listening deeply, and responding to God's call with an open heart. But Mary was also courageous. Saying yes to God was not a passive surrender, it was an act of bold faith. In accepting God's plan, she risked misunderstanding, judgment, and even danger. She left behind the expectations others had for her and stepped into the unknown, guided only by her trust in God's promises. Mary's courage calls us to step out of our comfort zones, to face the fears and uncertainties of life with a faith that God is with us, even when the path seems dark or unclear. Her example shows us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward in trust, one faithful step at a time. Above all, Mary lived a life filled with love. Her love for God was evident in her prayer, in the way she listened and responded to God's voice, and in her patience and sacrifice. Her love for others flowed from her love for God. She accompanied and cared for her family, supported those in need, and stood beside her son, even in his suffering. Her heart overflowed with compassion, kindness, and mercy. In a divided and often harsh world, Mary invites us to build bridges, to forgive, and to reach out with understanding and grace. Her love shows us the path to true peace, one that begins in the heart and radiates outward, touching the lives of those around us. Today, the world needs young people, and all people, who strive to live as Mary did. We are called not to be loud or flashy, but to let our light shine in the quiet moments, through steady kindness, integrity, and hope. The silent strength of Mary, her hidden yet powerful presence, is a reminder that real influence often emerges from those who serve with humility and steadfastness. In classrooms, workplaces, families, and communities, choosing to listen, serve, and love can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same. When we look to Mary's life for inspiration, we discover that even the simplest acts, offered with love, can transform the world. Mary is not only a model to follow, but a companion on our journey. She understands the struggles, fears, and hopes of our human hearts. She walks beside us as a gentle mother, a true friend, and an ever-present source of encouragement. When life becomes overwhelming, when faith is tested, and when love seems hard, we can turn to her example and intercession. She points us always to Jesus, reminding us that with him, nothing is impossible. Her yes empowers us to find our own voice and to offer our own yes to the unique call God has for each of us. Let us ask Mary to pray for us, to guide us, and to help us become people of unwavering faith, courageous hope, and genuine love. May her humility teach us to trust God's plan, even when we do not see the way ahead. May her courage inspire us to stand up for what is true and good, even when it costs us something. And may her love fill our hearts, so that we, too, may become sources of joy and light in the world. As we journey through life, with its many joys and trials, let us keep Mary close to our hearts. Let her silence teach us how to listen. Let her faith teach us how to believe. Let her presence remind us that we are never alone. And as we strive to live as she did, quietly but powerfully, humbly but radiantly, may we find ourselves drawn ever closer to the God she served so faithfully. Today and always, may Mary, our gentle mother and steadfast friend, be our model, guide, and companion along the road of faith. In learning from her and walking with her, may we find the strength to say yes to God's plan for our lives and to bring his love to a world in need.
Thank you for watching this video. If you found the content meaningful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Faith and Glory channel so you won't miss out on more inspiring videos about faith and life values. See you in the next video!